Welcome to Carlton's Math Corner. Today we're going to continue our study on inequalities. At this time, please make sure you have your math journal, something to write with, as well as your vocabulary packet. Our target today is I can translate inequalities. Translate just means I can write it in words. And so we're going to start with an inequality and then we're going to write it. We're going to write out the solutions for that inequality. And so here are some examples. There's 4 different examples. What do you notice? Well, I notice that each of these examples, whether it is greater than or equal to, less than, greater than, or less than or equal to, no matter what, all of them, when I translate them, they all start with all real numbers. Now, the reason why they all start with that is because, remember, we're looking for the solutions for this inequality, and this variable stands for, well, all real numbers. Any real number, in this case, all real numbers that are greater than or equal to -4. This one is all real numbers that are less than 6. And this one's all real numbers greater than -4. And then lastly, all real numbers less than or equal to 6. So what we're doing today is we're looking at inequalities that have already been graphed, and then we're going to write out a statement that includes basically all the solutions for that inequality. And so this inequality, well, I notice that it's an open dot, so it can't be greater than or equal to or less than or equal to. It has to be greater than or just less than. And so I notice that the ray is going off to the right, it's going to the positive, so I know that it's greater than. So I choose a variable and I'm going to put greater than, and then I notice that the open dot is on 3. And so here is my inequality, but now I need to write it in words. So I'm going to start off with all real numbers. If I can type today, all real numbers that are, and it's greater than symbol, so I'm going to say that are greater than 3. And that's, that statement basically is saying that we're looking at all numbers. They can't be equal to 3, but they are greater than. So those are our solutions. For the next one, I notice it's a closed dot this time on 7, and I notice it's going to the right again. And so we have another greater than 1. However, this one, though, is greater than or equal to because it includes 7. And so this is what my inequality statement would look like. And if I want to write, or when I translate this, I would start off again with all real numbers, and that are, in this case, greater than or equal to. Okay, so we have greater than or equal to on this one because we have that line underneath that represents, or we have a closed dot, and with our inequality we have a line underneath that represents that it includes 7 as well. Our last one, I notice it's an open dot, but this one is going off to the left. The ray is going to the left, so that means it's less than, and the open dot is on 8, and so x is less than 8. So that means it's all real numbers that are less than 8. And so today, this is what we're doing. We're translating. We're writing it in words. We first have to write it, as an inequality, and then we can write it out in words. And so what I would like for you to do, here are three inequalities that are graphed, and I would like for you to translate them. Thank you so much for joining me at Carlton's Math Corner, and I look forward to meeting with you again. Have a great day.